So this is the power of a story. Give you the short answer right up front is nothing sells that argument like a story. And by story, I mean a vignette, something that's happened downrange. This, again, is a powerful part of the refresher where medics all get together and they talk about what they've seen and experienced. If you can share a vignette with a provider that puts flesh on that discussion, like, hey, we exhausted our authorized 5 vials of ketamine in 4 hours in a prolonged field care scenario where we were taking care of, 3 patients.
You do the math. You look at the drugs, the amount of drugs you gave me is only going to last, a quarter, a tenth of the time. I think going through that footwork actually lays things out as well as the story.
Yeah, agreed, Dennis. And this is another great example of where a medic doing a little bit of homework and doing that math can really build confidence for their battalion providers, which will help them win the day on getting the drug. The analogy I use is a friend that I went hunting with had his 300 Win Mag. And we were doing some pretty long distance shots. So, anything between 300 and 600 yard shots. And on the buttstock of his rifle, he had his entire range table written down for that exact ammunition he was running that day. And he had those tables for every different type of ammunition that he could potentially carry. But what that proved to me was this is a guy that knows his weapon system really well. He knows his ammo. He spent time out there running rounds through that rifle, and he knows his exact minutes or number of mils that he's going to adjust shots based on range. And it's right there on his buttstock, and he's written it all out. It's super fine print, and it's on a glow tape backing, right? I mean, none of this is new to anybody that's any of the sniper stuff. But the point being, he'd already done all the math. All the tables were already there, and it was right there on his weapon system. Same thing with your drug box and everything else. If you show your providers that you've dotted your I's and you've crossed your T's, that's going to build tremendous confidence and allow them to get behind you and say, yeah, I think this is a good ad for the formula.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's it for me. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
The only thing I'd say, Dennis, if somebody really, because here's the deal, right? We don't want to be guilty of fighting the last 20 years war. Future conflict's going to be different. And with that, our formulary probably needs to be different.